Coming up on Network Africa, a suspect wanted in connection with the deadly bombings of Coptic Christian churches in Egypt turns himself in to the police. Zimbabwean opposition leader Morgan Tsvangirai and ex-Vice President Joyce Mujuru join forces to oust President Robert Mugabe. And Gambia's bankrupt state risk failing families seeking for justice. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Temitope Fagbemi. We begin today in North Africa, where a suspect wanted in connection with the deadly bombings of Egyptian churches in the cities of Tanta and Alexandria has turned himself in to the authorities. A security source says the suspect, identified as Mahmoud Muhammad Ali Hassan, was escorted to the headquarters of the National Security Agency. The leader of the Coptic Christians, Pope Tawadros II, had been in one of the two churches targeted on Palm Sunday earlier this month, when 45 people were killed in attacks claimed by the Islamic State group. Meanwhile, Egypt's military says it has killed 19 militants linked to the group in airstrikes in the northern Sinai region. Egypt has stepped up security operations ahead of a visit by Pope Francis next week. The Pan-African Albinism Alliance has condemned an assassination attempt on a member of the Kenyan Parliament, Mr. Isaac Mwaura. He is a person with albinism who is contesting for a seat in the Senate. Reports say his car was rained with bullets by his assailants in order to give way for his opposition candidate after seeing him as a threat to becoming a member of the Senate. Mr. Mwaura was nominated by the Orange Democratic Movement Party to represent special interest groups in 2013 Kenya general elections. Now let's get more on this story from the co-founder of the Albino Foundation and a member of the Pan-African Albinism Alliance, Mr. Jake Epele. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Now, what more can you tell us about the assassination attempt on Isaac Mwaura?
Well, Isaac, who happens to be my very good friend and a colleague, I got a call from him informing me of the incident, which I took up and sent a press release around the globe asking the Kenyan authorities to constitute a panel of inquiry and also for him to be given adequate security for himself and that of his family.
Now, there are reports that Mr. Mwaura was hurt after he invaded an opponent's rally, causing chaos. How true is this report?
It is false. It's absolute falsehood. If you know anybody with albinism, because of our fragile nature, we're not a troublemaker. I have never seen anybody with albinism who is a troublemaker. There may be one or two, but virtually all of us, because of our circumstance, we try to stay away from trouble. As soon as that information was given to me, I quickly made a call to Isaac and to other members of the alliance in Kenya. And it was flatly denied, and it's not true. It couldn't have been. Let's take, for instance, how can such allegation be true when he incidentally was attacked? If he was there to make trouble, he would have probably caused trouble and you know, make his way out. But that wasn't the case. He received gunshots, you know, in his vehicles, both himself and his vehicles, and some other people that were with him. So it is a false. It is what is called known today as fake news. It's not true.
Now, in the press release that you sent to Channels Television, you complained that people with albinism have been discriminated against and harassed. Now, do you believe the assassination attempt on Mr. Maura could have been due to the color of his skin?
I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say totally that is the case. It's politically motivated, but then again, his opponent is afraid of the popularity. I was in Nairobi myself. I went round with Isaac when he was a junior member of the parliament. He's very well received. He knows his job. He has a passion for it. He reaches out to the rural dwellers. You know, we went to one or two counties in Nairobi, in Kenya. He's quite popular. I think his popularity is what scared his opponent, and it's a shame, you know, because now the opponent is claiming that he was the one who brought Isaac into politics. Is that a reason for him to carry out such an inhuman act? No, you know. So I don't believe what they are trying to spread. Okay, that's what came out after the incident. Why didn't they go? Why is it that they were not the first to go on air to say that he has come to cause trouble? Why the delay? When Isaac had already posted what happened to him, reported it, went to hospital, and you know they're trying to come up with a second-guessing information. No,
so how is the Kenyan police and the government, how are they reacting to this attempt on Isaac Maura's life?
Well, through our contacts in Kenya, we've made, I've asked them to go to the government and make a case. We've reported the matter to the Amnesty International, Human Rights Commission, and I intend to ask for an appointment to meet with the Kenyan ambassador here in Abuja to submit to him our position, both as Pan-African Albinism Alliance, which is a 29 nation, and Kenya happens to be in contact with Nigeria to have the headquarters of the alliance, you know. So we will make every effort, concerted effort, to ensure that we put an end to this kind of practice, you know. We're dealing with the issue of ritual practices. Now we're dealing with the issue of political, cases like what Isaac is going through.
Mr. Apele, let's bring it home. What are some of the challenges people with albinism face here in Nigeria, and what would you say the government has done so far to improve their standard of living?
Well, Nigerian government, I must, to be very frank, is ahead of other African countries. Nigeria is the first to do the albinism policy, the national policy on albinism, which our organization worked with the federal government to institutionalize. We're the first and the only country in the world that treats persons with albinism with skin cancer for free, you know. But however, a lot more needs to be done. The decentralization of the treatment is one of the things that we're agitating for. National Hospital is the only hospital currently treating persons with albinism for free. They are overwhelmed. You know, they lack the resources in terms of finances to continue to do this. That's why we've engaged individuals like Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president, who actually started the skin cancer treatment. He is coming out now forcefully, engaging the government on our behalf, and also he is doing a campaign right now with us to ask for other people to support government to ensure that the project continues to be.
Mr. Jacob Pele, I'm going to have to cut short the interview now. Thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa. Mr. Jacob Pele is the CEO, founder of the Albino Foundation.